It took me a lot to get to the point where I could record this video, but I know I have to be the person that goes first. For me personally, the ADHD has always been there, but the burnout is something that was new. A lot of what happened to me started in childhood. I had this idea that I had to be perfect. I had to look perfect. I had to sound perfect. Everything had to be perfect. And that just carried throughout my entire life. I'm in my 30s now, and I'm just now unraveling the idea that I don't have to be perfect. Now I'm in a place where all of that is done. It's over with. Like, this video probably won't be perfect, but I don't care, because I know there are people out there who are going through what I went through and where I am right now. You feel tired, you feel drained, you feel like you know there's more inside of you, you know who you really are, but you just don't know how to get there. And so I have to go back before the burnout even started, because even if you look at videos on my channel, if you knew me before, everything was all about goal setting, high performance, get things done, superhuman abilities on getting things done. And don't get me wrong, I still have that, but that was the image, that was the idea. And so at the time, I was running the ministry, I was doing the business, I was a single mom, I was homeschooling my son, I was working in corporate, I was doing all the things. And that's the version that people knew. People knew me as a go-getter. People knew me as someone who got things done. That some of those traits there, that's really who I am. But a lot of it it's labels that people put on me. It's things that I picked up over time. But that wasn't really me. People saw the accomplishments, but I don't think people understood what that really cost. And for me, it was just a mask. It was me putting on the mask of getting things done, because behind the scenes, I was exhausted. I was drained. I was tired. And this is not anything new. I have been exhausted my entire life, honestly. I remember one time my son was little, like 2 or 3. And I was working in corporate, and I was like working up the corporate ladder. And on the outside, people saw me as put together, getting things done, working hard, getting 3 promotions in 3 years. I would go to work and I would be top tier, like getting things done. You can't tell that anything's wrong with me. And I would come home and I would sit on the couch. I wouldn't have a TV on. I wouldn't talk. My son would just sit next to me and play. And I would just sit there in silence, because I had used so much energy just to do what I was doing at work, but it was taking up so much energy to do it because I was masking. And this is part of the reason why I didn't want to make this video. But if I'm honest, I've always struggled with mental health. I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety, maybe at like 21, on and off depression throughout life. Like I said, it was back and forth. I know, and I think people in my family and people around me, we've always said that I had ADHD, but I like to consider myself like Tigger. And that's another part. Like, people who knew me online, like, they don't even know I'm silly or goofy, because it was a mask. And the mask had to stay on, because if the mask came off, you would know that I was struggling with anxiety. You would know that I was struggling with ADHD, even if I didn't know at that time. So that version of me is who I had to become in order for people to not see the mental health struggle. And that's the thing that people don't get. When I was doing ministry and business and all these things, it took me 10 times the energy, 10 times the work. Whatever it probably takes someone else, I had to work 10 times more. But let me know in the comments if you are wearing a mask, if you realize now you've been wearing a mask. If on the outside everything looks good, on the inside you know what's really going on. Because that's the thing about burnout. When you burn out, you can't go. You can't move, you can't run, you can't do any of that. It literally felt like, imagine a car that's running perfectly fine, but then it runs out of gas. That's what burnout felt like for me. And that was where I got to a place where I had to just stop everything. I had to stop the membership programs. I had to stop the content. I had to stop everything because I couldn't do it. But then at one point, it had gotten so bad where I was just paralyzed. And there's a thing with ADHD, it's called ADHD paralysis, where you really cannot do anything. And it is almost as if God began to just strip everything off of me so that I could rebuild. It's almost like he tore everything down and got me to a place where it was just none of me left. And all I could do was reconstruct it and rebuild it But then I started to really feel what ADHD felt like. Like, in the world likes to talk about ADHD and people like to joke and say, oh, I have ADHD. Oh, I can't focus on it. No. ADHD is when you in your body want to do it and you can't. You know, your body, the inside of you wants to do that thing. The outside of you can't do that thing. The inside of you wants to get up. The outside of you can't get up. But when you really have it, it's not just I can't focus. And I feel like that's when I started to experience it and feel it and see it. And it's like in my body, I can feel like it's almost time for me to get back to my content. I need to finish my book. I need to do all these things. And I can't do them. And do you know how that feels to be someone who can run, who can get things done, and then you can't do anything? That had to be the worst time in my life, because it's like, I know what I'm capable of. I know what I've been able to do. And it's just like, am I going to stay here? Has the ADHD just taken over and I'm never going to get back to how I was? Like, that was rough to realize who you are and you can't do it anymore. So I reached a point where I'm like, I need to go to a psychiatrist because I can't stay here. You get to a point where you're like, man, I can't stay here. I need to go see the psychiatrist because I've done everything. So I go to a psychiatrist, she gives me the test, and she's like, yeah, you have ADHD. And she's like, so what do you want to do? And at this point, I'm just trying to get back to me. And I've never been able to take medication. I could never swallow pills. But at that point, I'm like, I need to get back. So we start out and she prescribes me Adderall. So I realized that at one point while I was taking 30 milligrams, I would take it and for a long time it would work. When I went to 30 milligrams, I realized once I was getting close to getting back to content, I would take the Adderall and it was almost like a hit of emotions would hit me. And I'm someone who is always really good. I know what God needs me to do. I have to be happy. I have to be joyful. But I just never felt happy. I could never, I do this thing called the emotional spiral. I can never get past or get up to happy. It's affected my emotions so much that now I'm not happy. And I'm someone who's always optimistic. I've always been someone who looks on the bright side. No matter what I'm going through in life, I'm taking this medication. It's throwing me off. I don't like this. But it took me some time to realize like something's off. I wasn't sure, but then I was like, this is probably spiritual warfare. And I remember I felt led to watch Divergent, the movie Divergent. And I don't know how many of you guys have watched this movie, but there's a point where people are in dauntless and they're like super bold and they're courageous. But they wanted them to be like killers, basically. So they give them a serum, put it in their neck. They don't have a mind of their own anymore. They're just operating and doing whatever they tell them to do. And that's how I started to feel. It was like my body could do the things, but the emotions weren't there. It's very hard to explain, but if you know the movie Divergent, and when they put that serum in them and they became like robots, that's how I felt. And I'm like, okay, Lord, like, this is not it. So I just went cold turkey and I stopped taking it because this is warfare. There's no reason someone who has always been optimistic, always had joy, always had peace, even though I may have had emotional dysregulation and the emotions are messing up my executive functioning, we still could get it back on track. That part was no joke, but I tell you this, I will never take Adderall again. And that brings me to where I am right now. And so the other day, I went back and updated all of my bios, and it was basically talking about how I burnt out and I'm rebuilding my life in real time. And that's what my channel is. I'm rebuilding my life in real time. This is where I am. I mean, I've gone through it, but I'm still in it. I'm still in rebuilding my life, redefining who I am, stepping into who I really am. And if that sounds good to you, go ahead and subscribe. And also, if you want to sign up for my list to be one of the first people to know about what's going on behind the scenes in my life and the journey, click the link in the description box. I'm actually writing a book. So my book is going to be coming out. I'm going strong and going hard for the next 90 days. So it's a lot to come. And if everything I talked about today is where you are, or you feel what I'm talking about, or you want to go on this journey with me, you want to grow with me, make sure you subscribe. Let me know in the comments if anything about this video really stood out to you, if you learned something new, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday.